Hey there, it's Jessica here. Have you ever jumped into a new healthy eating plan, just all gung-ho, only to find your motivation gone like that? I think we've all been there. Just think about New Year's resolutions. It's a complete joke that we talk about how we make them and then 2 weeks later forget about them completely. And the problem isn't you. The problem is your why. You don't have the right why. This comes from research from Dr. Michelle Segar, who studies the motivation behind why people stick to new exercise plans or not. And it has to do with the right why of your motivation. A lot of people come to me and they say that they want to eat healthier because they want to prevent chronic disease, they want to stay healthy, or that they want to lose weight. But those are external factors. And as we're going to learn, the external factors are not very motivating. I'm not saying that those reasons aren't legit or true. They just don't keep you showing up every day. So let's look at actually what does keep us motivated. And there are two parts to it. There's both the long-term and the short-term motivation. So to keep motivated in the long run, you want to focus on something that's tied to your identity. You want to ask yourself, who do I want to be? As James Clear says, it's one thing to say, I want this, and it's another thing entirely to say, I am this. When your pride and your identity get involved, you're going to fight to keep up those habits. Now, in order to keep motivated in the short term, you're going to need some quick wins. And those quick wins are going to be based on how you feel. So the question to ask yourself is, how do I want food? How do I want eating to make me feel? Because when we think about how we want to feel, then we get a hit of dopamine, this pleasure chemical that keeps us motivated to repeat the action that just caused us to get that hit of dopamine. So that pleasure chemical is going to be based on something immediate, something that you feel. Now, I have an example to illustrate this point. I know two women, and they both decided that they wanted to learn pottery. So they both took classes. They both did amazing work. They both really produced some great pottery. So they had some quick wins right there. They were motivated to keep going. But one person stopped taking the classes. And she has these great pieces, and when people come to her house and they ask, did you make that? She'll answer kind of sheepishly, yeah, I made that. I took a class and I made it. Whereas the other woman, she kept taking classes. She bought a pottery wheel and she devoted her time and her efforts into practicing the craft of pottery. She's made lots of pieces and she's actually at the point where she's starting to sell them to other people. So when people ask her, did you make this? And she says, yeah, I'm the potter that made this. So one woman, she started off excited, made some pottery, but she didn't have the identity focus. She wasn't saying, I'm going to become a potter. And the other woman, she had that focus. She says, I want to become a potter. So it's that identity factor that kept her going in the long run. So it's that combination. You need that quick win and the long-term identity in mind. So remember these two things. Ask yourself, who do I want to be? And how do I want to feel? And that's going to be your right why. That's going to be what keeps you motivated on your healthy eating changes.